Okay, so good morning, my dear students. Today we will study about standard deviation. Okay, dispersion is there. The main topic is dispersion. In the dispersion, what is the meaning of dispersion? Means the variation in the items. For example, there is a x variable, and the variation from this particular point. Okay, so that these are other variables. So we have to find out the variation between these two. Like this, okay, these deviation or dispersions, the variation between or among the variable that is measured by this method. So we will study about the two topics. One is standard deviation, another is Lorentz curve. Okay, when we talk about the standard deviation, there we have four methods to measure the standard deviation. To measure the standard deviation. This one is, this has not been occupied anybody with it. You can come otherwise. So there, only one person will be occupying only one bench. 1:1 only. Not 1:2, okay? First method to measure the standard deviation. Standard deviation is actual mean method. And this is a sign for the SD. This is also called SD. SD of this particular sign. So this is a sign for the standard deviation. Now the formula for the actual mean method, under root summation x square upon n. This is small x. And how to find out the value of small x? X minus x bar. That is equal to, even this is x minus x bar. This is the mean. And how to find out the value of mean? Mean is equal to summation x upon n. This is generally given. This is nothing but the value of variable. Maybe income, expenses, consumption, profit, and so on. Okay. So how we can find out the mean? Sum of x upon n. So let us understand with the help of practical. X variable, okay, that is profit, income, consumption, okay, any variable you can take it. The values are like 10, 12, maybe 8, 16, 10, 14. Okay. Let this is the income. Find out the mean income. Mean income. So first is summation of n. Sum of x. Sum of x. Now you have to add all these values. 10 plus 12 plus 8 plus 16 plus 14 is equal to 16. Keep ready your copy pencil. 60. Okay. And if you will give the serial number you can give like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So number of observations are 5. Number of observations are 5. Okay. Let 5 families and their income. 5 students and marks obtained by them. And marks obtained by them. Clear? Now what is the next step? Find out the value of mean. Okay, and mean is equal to summation x is 60 upon 5 is equal to 12. So mean value 12. Mean value 12. Okay. This is our method. Now next step, x minus mean. This is also called deviation. X minus mean means deviation. I am writing D for deviation. Okay. This is also called deviation, or else you can write small x. Small x. D for deviation. The x meaning is deviation. Now, deviation of the meaning of deviation means these are the actual values. X. Look at the formula with it. X. Values of x minus mean. And what is the mean value? 12. So u means 10 minus 12, 12 minus 12, 8 minus 12, 16 minus 12, and 14 minus 12. Okay? So do it. Minus 12 x minus mean. So find out the deviation now. So first one minus 2, 0, minus 4, 4, and last one, okay, 2. Now, if you look at the sign summation, or here summation x square or square of the deviation, you can also call it square of the deviation. Here, if you want to write in this way, summation dx square, you can also write. Okay, one of the same thing. In certain books you will find like this, and in others you will find like this written. Okay. Now difference is clear. So not get confused. Okay. And in a one book we have x square, in another we have only dx square. So d stands for the deviation. D stands for deviation. If you are not writing, x square means deviation from the square. Deviation. Okay. Mean deviation. Now mean this deviation. Next step. If you look at this point or this. Clear? Now what you have to do? Here, either you can write x square, dx square, or x minus mean whole square. Here I am writing dx square, dx square, or x square. Mean square of the deviation. Deviation is the difference between these two values. This is your mean, and this is the number or value of the variable. So square of the deviation. So minus 2, 4, 0, 4 for the 16, and 4. Now you have to sum it. Sum it. And what is the sum? 40. Summation either dx square is equal to what is the sum? 40. Now place these values in the given formula. Now place these values in the given formula. Standard deviation is equal to under root summation x square upon n 40 upon n is 5 under root 8 2.213. How many they are getting the same? 2.13. Okay. 2.188. Okay. How many are getting the same? 2.8. Okay. That up to 1 decimal point. 2.8. The value of standard deviation. Why actual mean method? Why actual mean method? Yes, your answer is correct, Vijay. Now, okay, over. Now I am going to read the definition of standard deviation. Meaning and definition of standard deviation. Okay. Now it will be very easy to understand the definition of standard deviation once you have gone through the question. Now standard deviation is the square root of arithmetic mean. Square root of, look at the formula. Arithmetic mean, standard deviation is the square root of arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean of square of all deviation. Square of all deviations. This is the square of deviations. First of all, we calculate the deviation. Afterwards, square of the deviation. This is nothing but the square of deviation. Yes. Again, I am repeating. Standard deviation is the square root. Square root. Square root of arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean of the square of deviation. Square of the deviation. Square of the deviation. Square of the deviation. Okay. So this much about the standard deviation. Any query from? Is there any doubt about the actual mean method? Actual mean method. Write down one numerical method. Find out standard deviation. Find out, calculate standard deviation by actual mean method. Actual mean method. Profit is given. Profit is given in 1000. 14,000 or write down 14. Okay, 1,000 in numbers. 14 means 14,000. Okay, 10,000, 10, 12,000, 12, 8. Did you write 8? Huh? Did you write 8,000? Next is 8,000, and last one 15, 1 5, 15,000. Please calculate standard deviation by actual mean method. Actual mean method. Do the given. Oh, calculation part is over. I said right on the short. These are in thousands. So you can write here three zeros. Next is here I write to 10. Where are the 8? Like 40. 40, 40,000. Please do it. Okay. Write only 14. 14 is 40,000. When you have to write the answer there, you can write in thousands. Okay. Now get the square 2.2. Yeah. Anyway, you can anyway, you can take it. This is that should be then it is coming 59. So it could have asked me, I have to change one number. Okay. So what is simplification? Huh? So make 8 2.5. And what is your answer? You are getting? That understanding part of the word. Yes, it is. I will take the number of and then we will so can we make it 9? Some will be 8. Still you are if you want you can. Okay, sir. That's okay. Yours. Let's see. You can take no, no, this is not a complete. This is further getting. Otherwise, half number will be quarter number will be. I have given one question. Did you? Those who are online. And that is 5. So do the practice with it. So you do one thing, complete it later on. Let us go for the second. Okay. So steps are clear. Now technique is, I think technique is clear. So you can practice it later on. Let us go for the second method. Pay attention with it. Pen down. Actual mean is over now. Assume mean. Assume mean is in the given question you calculated by taking the actual. Now in place of actual, because in case of actual, like just you saw it was coming 50. Okay, in fraction it was coming in fraction. So sometimes it is calculation is maybe difficult. To reduce the difficulty level, you may go for the assume mean. Assume. Now this is a serial number first of all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, with it. So n is your 5. This is clear. Now you have to assume any value as a mean. Assume as a mean. So which one? 8, 6, 12, 9 or 10? 12 reason? Huh? How many are in the favor of 12? Raise your hands. Okay. He is not. Okay. See, why did you choose this one as a mean? Reason for the selection. Largest number. See, pay your attention. Whenever you assume mean. So generally there is a formula or step. Lowest number and highest number you have to see first of all. Lowest is 6 and highest is 12. And what is sum of 6 plus 12? 18 divided by 2? 9. Huh? 9. So 9 should be. See, if you are taking 12, so 12 is the highest number. And you are taking highest number as a assumed mean. So, there is a rule we can say, consider the lowest number and highest number, add both, divided by 2. So here, 6 plus 2, 18 divided by 2, 9. Let 9 is not there. Okay, let 9 is not there. Then near to that number. Near to that number. Okay, so absolute lowest is don't go for the extreme values. Meaning of extreme values, lowest and highest. It should be in between. Mean should be in between. Understood? Clear? So let 9 is assumed mean. So A assumed mean is 9. Okay. Any question or objection? No. Now next step is deviation. So 8 minus 9, 6 minus 9, 12 minus 9. Let me know the values with it. First one minus 1 minus 3. Who's chasing 2, 2, 2 only with it? One of you are just repeating 2, 2, 2. Huh? Do you have any brother relation with 2? Minus 3. And here? 3 plus 3. So writing 3. And last one? 1. What is the next step now? Look at the formula this side. Dx square. Square of the deviation. Means this is nothing but the deviation. Deviation. Now square of the deviation. Dx square. Dx square. Okay. So there is one question from this end. While assuming the mean, we have to take the mid value. See, we take mid value. Look at the numbers, look at the income 8,000, 6,000, 12,000, 9,000, and 10,000. So 12 is the highest number we take. 12 is not mid. 12 is the highest number. See, don't go for the extreme values, lowest and the highest. Lowest number is 6, lowest income 6,000, highest income 12,000. So you have to take, you assume mid value. So you can add highest and the lowest. See, this is not in ascending order. Keep in mind, this is not in ascending or descending order. No. Huh? Okay, they are asking. So understood why I am taken 9? Okay. Now square of the deviation. Huh, bete? Anything please? See, this time you can put your queries, you can ask your doubts, bete. Don't hesitate. Because you have very short period of time. Got it? Hardly 22 or 23 days more. Square of the deviation minus 1, 1, 9. Now, what is the next step? Please let me know. Addition of what? Summation dx square. Do it. Summation dx. So n is 5. So what is the value of summation dx square? Huh? Speak loudly. 20. And this one? 0. Okay. Look at the formula, baby. Look at the formula. Under root summation dx. Okay. That value we have. N is also there. Minus in bracket summation dx square upon n. That is also there. Okay. Summation dx square. Now place the values in the formula and get the answer. Standard deviation under root. So here sum is 0. 0.5 minus bracket start summation dx square. This is 20, okay? 2020. And this is your 0. So 20 upon 5 whole square. 4 into this bracket. Yes, Uday, you are right. Place these values, Uday, in the given formula and find out the standard deviation, value of the standard deviation. Four. How many having? Okay, put down your hands. 0 or 16. Now under root 16 equal to 4. Your standard deviation 4. 0 minus, okay, 16. Yes, yes, okay. Minus 16. So answer will be in minus 4 under root. Okay. This one. Minus, minus. When you open it, minus, minus. Plus 4? Yes. Plus and plus equal to minus, it could not be minus. Find out the value of minus 16. Find out the value of minus 16. formula is not wrong, bete. Formula is okay. Okay, okay. There is fair, bete. Summation dx square. So dx, this is dx square. Okay. Okay. This is summation dx square. Now you will get the right.
Because it's 0 or 25.